person guesses potential genre to a specific type of sport for the game. His guess, according to him, would be a baseball game, and yes, there has been games like that in the past. Examples being Mario Super Sluggers and Mario Superstar Baseball. That the rumor came from a Nintendo leaker. I'm not gonna name his name, but who recently posted on their blog about their 2022 predictions and information that they have heard. According to their sources, it looks like there might be a new sports game coming out for Mario. Of course, we have sports titles already available on the Nintendo Switch platform. However, this new sports title may give players a sequel to a long beloved franchise that came out back on the Nintendo GameCube. I'm, of course, referring to Super Mario Strikers. If you have not heard and been living under a rock, then there is news going around that the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U eShops are going to cease to exist. And Nintendo confirmed this week that in late March 2023, they will be shutting down the eShops and will no longer be able to access after that time. If you do not believe me, then look at this article from the Nintendo official website in Kotaku. Here, as of late March 2023, it will no longer be possible to make purchases in Nintendo Switch, a Nintendo eShop for the Wii U and the 3DS family of systems. It will also no longer be possible to download free content including game demos. Furthermore, as this date draws closer, related services will cease to exist. As of May 23rd, 2022, it will no longer be possible to use a credit card to add funds to an account in Nintendo eShop, on Wii U, or the Nintendo 3DS family of systems. As of August 29th, 2022, it will no longer be possible to use an eShop card to add funds to an account in Nintendo eShop or the Nintendo Wii U or the 3DS family of systems. However, it will still be possible to redeem download codes until late March 2023. Now, even after late March 2023 and for the foreseeable future, it will still be possible to re-download games and DLC, receive software updates, and enjoy online play on the Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS family of systems. All of this is expected stuff. The 3DS is 11 years old this year and the Wii U 10. So digital store closures will always happen sooner or later. What's shitty about these closures in particular is that both storefronts offered users the ability to purchase and then own many of Nintendo's greatest ever titles. Something you're now largely unable to do ever since the company switched to a subscription model with Nintendo Switch Online. Now look, okay, yes, Wii and 3DS consoles are dead at this point, and most are not playing them as much anymore. And what Nintendo says about shutting down these shops is natural, because why keep it open for many years if not as much people are going to buy these consoles? I get it. But when you take a legal way to get legacy content like for the NES and the SNES, that most people have to fork over thousands upon thousands of dollars or wait for a shitty port on Nintendo Switch Online, then this is where the problem really starts. To me, I feel like what the problem is not that they are shutting down 3DS and Wii U eShops. It's the fact that the once alternative way to play legacy content is not going to be an option anymore. And what I mean is the virtual console, from the Wii to the Wii U days. And it sucks because there's not going to be another way to play legacy content other than Nintendo Switch Online. Which to me, it still has problems, really big ones, when it comes to getting them on the Nintendo Switch. Other than that, there is no other way to get these games other than through emulation, which to me takes a lot more work. And I am not that tech savvy when it comes to this stuff. You know, I just feel like it's a really big problem because you aren't going to get these games anywhere at all, to be honest. If you find them online, it's gonna be like thousands of dollars. Even if even if you emulate them, there's some things that can go wrong with emulation. Can Nintendo just do anything right when it comes to people liking their stuff and preserving their old games from years ago? So, here we go again. Nintendo strikes back. And man oh man, is Nintendo at it again. Boy, do I have a lot to say, given the recent news that just came out, according to Kotaku. So, if you have been living under a rock recently when it comes to the gaming industry, then you have not missed much, or Nintendo pretty much took down something that fans did. And we know from history that they have a long wave of takedowns, so like fan games, fan art, etc. But what Nintendo did this time has made fans really angry. So Nintendo has really dropped the ball this time, and it's become pretty apparent that they just do not care about the fans at this point. And what they have done recently has Nintendo brought down so low that not even other companies do this. They said that Nintendo has recently taken down scans of a guide based off Super Mario 64. So, before the age of YouTube, when people were stuck in a certain part of a level, you weren't looking on the internet on how to beat a certain level in the game. The only way was getting physical guides. Now those days are gone, and you just do a simple YouTube search on the game you're looking for. So, good morning and welcome to what feels like the 10,097th episode of Nintendo Gets Some Cool Shit taken off the internet. Only this time we're not even talking about a tribute game or a piece of fan art, but a harmless old book. Last week, we shared some images of the Mario 64 Complete Clear Guide book, a tome released in Japan alongside the game. That was notable for the fact that, instead of just telling players where to go, a series of incredible real-world dioramas were commissioned to serve as 3D maps. It was cool, we all enjoyed it. To be clear, this book was released in 1996 in Japan. It was never released in the West, had never been released anywhere since, and it has not been commercially available for decades. The only way you can purchase a copy, if you have the cash, is to spend hundreds on one via resale on eBay or Yahoo, from which Nintendo won't see any proceeds. Oh, and also, these scans weren't making anyone a cent. You know, sometimes I kind of wish I was not a Nintendo fan because of the numerous big mistakes they have done to fans. And newsflash, Nintendo, nobody is making any money here because one, the book is at least 20 plus years old at this point and only released in Japan. So yeah, you are not making any money. No one is. Two, this is to preserve a piece of video game history, and fans all around the world are doing it for the love of your company.